Welcome back to Locke Loses at Pokemon. Today I'm going to be showing you a really fun deck centered around Mega Aggron-EX. His attack, Megaton Slam, does 120 damage. However, when you use it, you get to flip a coin. If it's heads, that attack does 120 more damage. If tails, that attack does 20 damage to each of your benched Pokemon. So it either does 240 damage if you decide to flip that coin, or it hoses your entire bench. Now, obviously, if you've seen any of our videos previously, you know our luck with coin flips is not particularly great. So why am I risking running Mega Aggron-EX? Well, because we're going to cheat a little bit. We're going to use Victini to help us out. Victini's ability, Victory Star, allows us once per turn after we flip any coins for an attack, ignore those coin flips and flip again. So that brings our chance from 50-50 to 75-25. And gives us a much better chance of hitting really hard with Mega Aggron. Additionally, if for whatever reason he doesn't have an Aggron Spirit Link on him, we can use Trick Coin. Trick Coin does the same thing the Victini does. However, we can't stack these abilities. We can only use once per turn. But that gives us two outs in our deck to cheat Megaton Slam a little bit. Now, you may note that Megaton Slam requires 4 energy. So it requires some setup. To facilitate that, we run a 3-3 evolutionary line of Bronzong. Bronzong allows us once per turn to take a metal energy from our discard pile and put it onto one of our benched Pokemon. So our aim is to have some of our 8 pieces of steel energy in our discard pile and basically just putting 2 energy on them a turn, 1 from our hand, 1 from our discard pile, hopefully, and getting Megaton Slam active as soon as possible. Other Pokemon we have on the attack include Heatran. Heatran has an ability called Stadium Blast that does 130 damage, but you have to discard an energy. Or, the more fun one, Steel Drop. If there's a Stadium in play, it does 80 damage, which is absolutely devastating against fairies, but 80 damage against anything really is going to hurt. We also run Aegis EX. Aegislash's Slash Blast does a fair amount of energy, but his ability Mighty Shield prevents all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from each of our opponent's Pokemon that has special energy attached to it. That includes our good friend Seismitoad EX and Double Colorless Energy. So, Aegislash is here to help us stall the game a little bit so we can get that energy on Mega Aggron. Other stuff that we run to facilitate this deck's workings, we run a single copy of Battle Compressor to search our deck for some steel energy and for some supporters to put in our discard pile. Supporters which we'll then dig out with Versus Seeker. Computer Search is our A-Spec to allow us to tutor for anything. 2 Max Potions, which allow us to heal all our damage from one of our Pokemon at the cost of discarding all energy attached to that Pokemon, which we will then hope to get out of our discard pile with Bronzong and put it on Pokemon on our bench so that energy is not wasted. 4 copies of Switch, because if there is one thing that steel decks suck at, it is retreating. Look at that big 4 retreat cost in Aggron, 3 for Bronzong, 3 for Heatran, and 3 for Aegislash. So the 4 full copies of which are very much needed here. For drawing, we've got 2 copies of Colress, 3 copies of N, and 4 copies of Professor Sycamore. We also run 2 Lysanders, 1 Lysander's trump card, because we aim to get our discard pile pretty full pretty quickly. We don't want to deck ourselves out. 1 copy of Pokemon Fan Club to find our Victini, Aegislash, Aggron-EX, or our Bronzors. 2 copies of Skyla, 2 copies of Aggron Spirit Link, and 1 copy of Trick Coin. We also run 4 Double Colorless Energy and 8 Steel Energy. So that is Mega Aggron. Let's take him out and see how he does. Dark, Psychic, and Normal. My first guess is an Yveltal variant. This is an absolutely horrible start. Victini is the last Pokemon we want to start with. I expect this to be a very short game. Yeah, we're up against a Plasma deck. You may recall from a previous episode, Lugia. When Lugia knocks out an opponent's Pokemon, you get to take an additional prize card. Okay, let's see. What are our options here? Nothing looks particularly good. I would like an Aegislash. I really want to shut off Lugia ASAP. So let's go with Pokemon Fan Club to begin. There's Aegislash, and we will get ourselves a Bronzor. Battle Compressor. Let's get 2 Steel Energy in our discard pile. And I'm probably going to put a Sycamore and 2 Ends down there next turn. So I think either Colress or Lysander is a good one to get there. Let's get a Lysander down there. We're going to use Switch to get Aegislash up. And end our turn. Colress Machine will allow him to search for Plasma Energy. And he has conceded he really doesn't like Aegislash. He apparently has no out. I don't know what happened there, but oh well. Let's see if we can get another video in and show off Mega Aggron. Fire and Steel. I wonder if I'm playing a mirror match. I'm going to choose Tails, and I'm going to lose, as always. Alright, Aegislash is not the worst Pokemon to start with. Fennekin. I wonder. Unfortunately, this is not good news for us because Steel's primary weakness is fire. So he can do a lot of damage quickly. There's Professor's Lair. He can get a fire energy and a what? And another fire energy. Unlike me, it appears he has a pretty good start. Okay. This is going to get tricky. We're going to use an Ultra Ball. I hate the fact he's going to draw 2 cards, but we can't really stop that. Discard a Steel Energy and a double colorless. Get ourselves an Aggron. Play Aggron, attach double colorless. And now use N. There's Mega Aggron. This is an interesting hand. I'm not really sure what I do with it, honestly. Discard the Battle Compressor and the Max Potion for what? Bronzor, I assume. Yeah. Or Victini. Yeah. I think Victini's the play here. We want to come out swinging very hard with Mega Aggron in 2 turns. Okay, end our turn. Ooh, Reshiram, the Outrage Dragon. So we either have to one-shot him, or he is going to absolutely destroy us. What's this Skyla looking for? Ultra Ball. Nope, there's Delphlox. Delphox is the... Ah, very nice. So in addition to doing a crap ton of damage to our steel Pokemon, Delphox's ability allows her once per turn to draw cards until she has 6 in hand. Ah, dear God. That has a lot of fire energy. Can she one-shot Aegislash? 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110. Yep. Easily one-shot Aegislash. Okay. If I play Mega Aggron now, it will end my turn. But if I use either of my supporters, I get rid of it. So, yeah. Let's end our turn and Mega Aggron up. We lose Aegislash next turn, but that's not anything we can help. $220 damage coming Aegislash's way, if I've done my math correctly. I know he's got fire energy in hand. That's a lot of fire on the board. That scares me. Yep, there goes Aegislash. Not unexpected. Alright, we have our Steel Energy from Megaton Slam and Professor Sycamore. Interesting. Not a whole lot of usable in this hand. Alright, we're going to use our first Megaton Slam. Yes, I want to do it. Come on, heads. Nope. Alright, but we get another shot. Victini allows us to flip again. And we are going to one-shot Delphox with more damage than she did to us. Unfortunately, we only get to claim one prize card for our trouble. But it's a good-looking one. I like that one. Pignite's up. Whew. Okay, so she can now attach as much fire energy as she would like, which is enough to one-shot Mega Aggron with Rayshram. That's insane. Wow. This is nuts. Good God. I don't know if there's honestly anything we can do. This game, I think, is simply lost. Yep, end turn. So he either Lysanders for the win or knocks out Victini and wins next turn. This is just a really unlucky matchup for us. This is not even a tier 3 deck, and Whew. It just happens to be exactly the thing we needed to not run up against. Wow. Fire energy for days. Must not have a Lysander in hand. I don't feel like waiting for him anymore. Okay. Looks like we're up against yet another Seismitoad deck. And insult to injury, no basic Pokemon. Not the worst start ever, though. Yep, another Seismitoad deck. What you gonna do? Let's not even bother. Next. Fighting. I'm going to pick Tails. And for a nice change, I get to go first. This is an interesting start. Not the best ever, but could be worse. Alright, let us Ultra Ball for... I would really like Aegislash. Fighting decks use a lot of strong energy, and I would really like to have something that says no to that. Sycamore up for 7 new cards. Not what I really wanted to see, but it could be worse. Let's go ahead and Battle Compressor now. Get a Steel Energy down. Let's get a Skyla in our discard pile. And a Lysander in our discard pile. Or do we already have one? We already have one. So there's no point in dumping the second one. I think Pokemon Fan Club is a good one to have. Okay, let's end our turn. There's the wonderful supporter Karina. Lets you search for a fighting Pokemon and an item card. Ah, we're up against a Mega Groudon or a Primal Groudon deck. Neat. And there's Fighting Stadium. Battle Compressor of her own. Or fighting energy. She must be running some form of energy retrieval. No, she's using Landorus' Shout for power. Not a bad way to go. So Aegislash remains on my bench as a threat. So at this point, do I use Skyla for the Ultra Ball, or do some drawing? Yeah, I think I like Skyla for the Ultra Ball here. Skyla for Ultra Ball. Discard an N and a Steel Energy. Get a Bronzong. Use the Metal Link's ability to get one of our Steel Energy onto Aegislash. Use Double Colorless for Aggron. And start doing a bit of damage. Alright, we do 80. Ooh, switches in her hand. There's the Groudon Spirit Link. Yeah, and a Starling Megaphone. Not cool. So, options. I can Coal Rest for 4, N for 6, and then hook him up with an additional 1. First, I think we'll use Metal Links. Power up Aegislash again. Skyla for a switch, but that won't do anything yet. I think the play here is N. Yeah. Oh, we needed energy. We didn't get it. Heatran's not a bad choice. But I think at this point it's wise to start building up another Mega Aggron. This one doesn't have much more time left. Oh, I think... no. If I'd have gotten a Steel Energy, I could have... no. Ifs and buts. Do I end my turn with Mega Aggron here? I have 120 damage on it. I still have a long way to go. Landorus will do 20, 40, 60. Bring up to 180. Or you can just retreat Landorus and destroy him with Groudon-EX. So yeah, I think the play at this point is just get rid of his Landorus and then sacrifice Aggron to Groudon. Yeah, we just got really unlucky with the energy. Nothing we can do about that. Yep, there's Primal Groudon. $60, $70, $80, $90, $100. Yeah, that will be enough. Yeah, that'll be more than enough to knock out Aggron-EX. Interesting. Bring up Aegislash for now. And a horrible hand. I'll use Metal Links. Start building up our new Aggron. And yeah, this is absolutely horrible. So we have to dump the entire thing with Professor Sycamore. The Aggron Spirit Link up. Another Bronzor down. How much damage is Gaia Volcano doing? 100 for now. It will knock out Aegislash if he has another fighting stadium, or stadium of any kind, but there's not really anything I can do about that. So, let's go ahead and begin attacking with Aegislash. So, he either has the stadium or he does not. Nope, he's going to look for a stadium. Did she get it? Yep. And ironically, Silent Lab shuts down Aegislash's Mighty Shield. This will do 50 damage. Not nearly enough. 80. Okay. I have a plan. We're going to put the double colorless on Aggron. Use Metal Links. And versus Seeker for we can either Seeker for Skyla and get a switch, or we can Sycamore for 7 or N for 6, and N will knock him down to 2. We need to knock out Primal Groudon now, otherwise we've lost this game. So we go for broke with Professor Sycamore. Alright, there's Mega Aggron. There's Switch. Another Bronzong. Start linking up the other Aggron. $120, $220. I wish I had a tool removal, but I do not. So this is going to be exciting. This is going to end up with a flip of a coin. Either I defeat Primal Groudon or not, right here. Megaton Slam. Here we go. Come on, heads. Come on, heads. Come on, heads. Oh, we got hosed. Oh, well. We lose. That's fine. It was a good shot. Yep. Oh, well. Well, thank you for watching. This is Aggron-EX. Unfortunately, Locke was not with us, but it was fun anyway. Thank you for tuning in. I will see you next time.